Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I bank up once again by Nick and Jake.
Howdy, howdy.
What's going on, y'all?
And today's matchup is me versus Jake. Jake has brought back Tien, one of my favorites and his favorites. And I've brought in a deck I've wanted to play but never actually got a chance to, so this is the first time I've ever played Android 16. This is going to be an interesting match, going back and forth, just because of the setups after, I think, turn 2, but we'll get to that point when it happens. There are buttons down below, feel free to click them, they're there for a reason. Let us know how we're doing as well, and how are you doing? Let's get into today's matchup.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would say, so what made you want to go back to Tien?
I was literally gonna say, I think there's been a lot of good, just generic green cards that have come out since I played Tien last, and I kind of wanted to try to kind of like bring it into modernity a little bit. Like, the Awaken and the backside of the leader are unique enough that I feel like they're good in just about really, just generically, they're good on their own. So as long as the format isn't too fast or too removal heavy, like Tien kind of has a place. And I figured with a lot of the unison decks having small unisons right now, the multiform tokens would be really good at attacking those down.
We've seen Android 16 before at our shop. Jimmy's one who mainly plays it. It's an interesting deck which allows you to charge cards and play those charge cards from your energy, which is fantastic. There is, the normal variant you see is a ramp take, where you play the 2-drops and you ramp up. I wanted to go a different approach when I was building this deck. I had in mind of playing Cell. And then I was reminded as I got the 2-drops out, I was like, oh, I can't play the 2-drops if I play Cell. So I'm not doing a ramp variant this. Mine just has go turn 4, I'm either doing one of two options, or I play super defensive and just hold out until I'm able to crack back. And my take on, I'm about to play it. I think we're discussing your, your leader.
You're asking me what Chaozu does.
Yeah, as a reminder. Just kind of going back over and whatnot. But I chose to go with the 17-18 Android Unison for this deck, which I'm about to play in a second. And in hindsight, the idea was Android 16 doesn't really charge a lot, or sorry, doesn't draw a lot. And I was like, I need other ways of just protecting myself. Yes, the leader has a once per turn activate battle effect where you combo one card from your energy that's blue and green. And as you can see on the leader swing, I was forced to pitch my super combo, which I play a 2-2 split of Zeno, and I play the new 17-18, which restands the multicolor energy during your opponent's turn, kind of like the Beerus. And
Both just really solid
Yeah.
super combos.
But I'm not seeing a lot of androids, unfortunately, so I'm having to discard ones I want to hang on to. But I managed to combo off the 18 in order to start using 17-18's effect. But as soon as you played Bardock, I was like, oh, this may be problematic, and I need to kind of work around this now.
Yeah, so the Bardock and Chaozu have been just like a really common combo in Tien for a long time, where the Chaozu can go fetch a 3-drop Tien when it's KO'd. It doesn't matter how it's KO'd. And since the Bardock Unison specifies that you KO a 1-drop green card, Chaozu allows you to go get a Unison by itself. I actually forgot to restand an energy here.
I caught that earlier.
Yeah, but since you God Sealed the Tien coming in, probably because it has barrier, and once it gets online, it might be a little bit difficult for you to remove. So Chaozu didn't get a ton of value here, but I was still able to force you to discard a card. And since you spend that God Sealing, I'm now in the mindset where I'm just going to attack your Unison and try and choke you out on resources.
Yeah. In hindsight, I probably should have held off when you awaken and just balance the tokens.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want you to... I was having a rough start, and I just didn't need you to have that extra pressure towards the mid in game. And that was kind of the thought process there. Like, bounce that one, and you play them, okay, cool, these are 10Ks, but when you like you got rid of resources just to get those swings in.
Yeah, I just went ahead and comboed off the Tien that you got sealed, and then comboed a token into a token. I'm realizing that a lot of your battle cards are like 6 drops and 5 drops and stuff, so I'm not gonna get a ton of value out of my Tien effect anyway. So it's not gonna be that big a deal to use the tokens for pressure.
So, Jake, with Tien, and specifically the Bardock Unison, hand control is always pretty prevalent with some hand control decks. Were you considering hand control when you were building the updated version of Tien, or how does that work for you?
So there are light hand control elements in the deck. I play 4 copies of the Trading Blows Sun Goku. So if you play that, it'll rip a card out of your opponent's hand as long as they have 5 cards or more. I also run Champa Destroys. So when that card gets used defensively, it'll rip a card out of your opponent's hand. But there isn't really a lot of extra energy in the way that I play for things like Ribrianne. And I felt the light hand control elements combined with like crit pressure from the leader and like other cards in the list would be enough to kind of resource deny. And then just the swarm that Tien is able to put to the board would be able to ultimately win the game without having to devote a lot of resources to hand control. Although there are hand control solutions in the sideboard for when you play against blue or yellow.
In my experience, also, the auto on that Bardock is just so much more valuable than to worry about hand control, where you swing with 20k crit on the leader of your leader, and you're already popping a card that's 4 or less, which I did forget about that, because you will swing in a second, and you go pops in, I'm like, is it 4 or less? You're like, yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. But now your opponent has to potentially super combo. Okay, pop that super combo. Okay. Combo. And just, it forces your opponent to, when it gives your opponent a choice type situation we talked about before.
Yep. Yep, sometimes they'll make the wrong one. And so the Bardock combined with the leader effect ends up kind of being hand control on its own, because they'll have to combo 3 cards to get out of it. One, because Bardock is going to kill, and then they'll have to spend at least 10k more combo power to get up to 25 and get away from the crit. And that's without me comboing anything.
And there I was just deciding if I wanted to negate that or not. And I almost took the life for it. I'm like, wait, I haven't even tapped the energy. Why would I take the life? Earlier you also said that I did have to, in order to get the draws my leader swing before I awaken, I had to pitch the cell. And I needed to bait your Unison's ability. And unfortunately, I had 2 6-drops in my hand. I meant to combo one of the 6-drops off and completely forgot. And I comboed off the 5-drop, which has a activate battle where if you KO this card, you take a marker off a Unison. And I was hanging on to that card in case you did the -3 on Bardock. I also know you're playing another Unison in your deck, so I was just trying to hang on to it, and I just comboed it off. And I don't know if it was during my turn or when you swung with the Frieza, I realized, I was like, I just messed up.
Yeah, I think you actually mentioned it to me out loud as well.
Yeah, like, I was just like, what else can I, like... So here I just comboed to bring back the Unison in my hand and played the 6-drop, and because of Android 16's effect, it's able to stay inactive.
Yeah, it'll ignore energy exhaust. That's really good for you, too.
See, there's the other 6-drop.
Yeah. Looking back, I don't know how I feel about Surprise Attack Frieza in the list. You do a ton of KOing, so if you draw it, it's pretty much going to come out. But it was honestly cards like 47 or 48, 49, and 50 for me. Like, I didn't really have a lot of
I was going to say,
good ideas.
2, I would feel like it's comfortable just because, like I said, the leader pops cards as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so I felt like if you see one, you're always going to get to play it, but the fact that it's a 1 cost 10k is just really clunky.
Kind of nice that Bandai's kind of shifting away from the 1 plus 10k combos, even on like boss monster cards.
Yeah.
And because of the me comboing that card off, I decided just to go into your unison, get him down to, I think he's at 2 markers now, so that way
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to comfortably do the -3 if you wanted to go that route.
Yeah, I'd have to devote a third copy of Bardock to that, and still wouldn't have enough markers unless, I wait a couple turns.
Where if I didn't combo that card off, I would have just swung into your lead and forced you either to get rid of resources or use negates.
So here I used the Paragus combo, but did the Gohan combo effect. I don't know why I did that. The card I put on the bottom should probably be in the warp.
Man, you over here cheating too.
Yeah, I know.
I'm over here
it's
like,
almost like I could use a different super combo and get that same effect.
Well, his plan was he's going to see that card here in a minute.
That's right. Yeah. He just put he put a Vegeta Jr. at the bottom of his deck, is what it was.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now I'm gonna show the bottom and get to play it.
So I did try to bait out your effect. It didn't work. But establishing a 6-drop means you have to now discard a card. And now I have a blocker revenge on board.
Yeah, that really just kind of puts a stop sign in the rest of my turn,
Speaking
if
of
I remember
stop sign.
correctly.
No, you got one more attack you'll do. But unfortunately, my ramp was the Hatchiyak.
That really sucks.
You hate to see it. It's a good thing you're running Xeno super combos, right?
I'm doing a 50-50 split, and because I was getting low on Android resources, I decided to play one to get the draw, forgetting that his leader could pop it.
So I think he's got one left.
No, I got none left because I comboed the other one off already. Hatches is now stuck in the energy.
Well, at least it's shiny.
Yeah. All my energy is shiny right now. Every card on my board right now is shiny. And so you swing into my unison. I did activate blocker, and you just played that just to guarantee it was gone.
Yeah. The plan was to hopefully get a marker off the unison and kill with Champa Destroys, but you're just too smart to let that play go through.
Yeah. So here I'm just poking. I think I'm poking at your unison just because I don't get no resources from the leader swing. So I feel like if I could deal with your unison to some degree, then I can continue playing cards from here on out. But I don't really have a lot of cards to play with, so I do play 18, and I do see another cell there. The question is it the play I want to go to? I would have to hold on one more turn, charge it, use its effect, clear your board, and then just go into your leader.
I am at 3 life, so if you actually get in with that, it's going to be pretty powerful.
Because it will be initially a dual attack double strike.
Yeah, I'm just realizing how perfect this Bardock unison is at countering Android 16.
No, as soon as you played it, I was like, that's going to be a problem. I completely forgot about that unison in this deck.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get a big power boost, especially when the new set comes out too. Just the combo killing every turn.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid.
That's part of the reason I wanted to test Tien, because I remember this being one of the better lists for that Bardock unison, and if combo killing is going to be relevant next set at all, or next format, I guess I should say, then I think it's worth, this Bardock is definitely worth a look.
Bandai's listening to this conversation now. They're already thinking of ways to ban it.
No, I don't mean look at it to ban it. I just mean play it.
I know, but they listen to this channel. They know we like it.
Yeah.
See, I'm doing the Gohan effect again. I don't know why I think I'm playing Gohan super combos today.
I did not realize that at all in our match. I was just so focused on what was happening on my side.
Yeah.
And I took the crit. I only have 3 or 4 cards in my hand, and I need to make sure I save what I need for when I go down to 1 to 2 life. I will end up. And there I was checking the Goku. I couldn't remember if the Goku had barrier or deflect.
Just barrier.
But I ended up using the -1 because I think you swung a lead. And so I ended up using
Yeah.
the -1 on the Majin to get rid of it. In hindsight, I probably should have just taken the crit again. Put me into a dangerous spot. But now I'm one less marker in my Unison. And you still have a lot of stuff on the board. You have your Unison, you have a 15k. You have cards to combo from your field just fine without spending even your own resources from your hand. And this is when you start kind of going into my Unison now.
Yeah. And I attacked with Surprise Attack first, honestly, to bait that minusing effect. Because you can't use it on this Tien since he's barrier. And then I think I'll just be able to continue pressuring the Unison here with like tokens in the Bardock to just try and completely get it out of the way. Watch out Gohan again. Yeah. I guess I tested this deck with Gohans and then switched to Paragus and just haven't noticed.
It's okay. It looks like Great Saiyaman to me.
Drop my cards. So here you combo up. You finish my Unison off. And you end up doing Empower, bringing out the Golden Frieza Unison.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm kicking myself in the ass because the card I was hanging on to for this particular play is now gone.
Yeah, since you discarded it earlier for another effect, I'm pretty safe to combo up here.
Yeah, and there I was explaining, like, I do combo, like, yeah, I meant to hang on to this card.
Yeah, because ultimately that would change the number of markers on Frieza during combat and turn off his skills. So
my play here is I play 4 of that 16. So I'm trying to hard cards it. I activate Battle, finally, to combo, and I tap 2 cards to Arrival the 16, hoping to get that 5-drop into my energy. Because if I get that 5-drop in my energy, I could then turn around and Arrival it to the field. I won't get energy after that effect, which is fine. But then I can immediately activate Battle, kill off your Unison, and then have a blocker for your secondary swing. And then going to my turn, potentially following up with this cell. But unfortunately, I did not see it, so...
yeah. It's just kind of me leveraging my advantage there. Like, since you were kind of openly talking about how you discarded the wrong card, I just felt pretty safe comboing that Mira and everything away.
But yeah, that's today's video. Keep in mind, like I said, there's buttons. They're down there, below. Type stuff. Let us know what's going on with you. And Jake, would you lead us out?
Remember to test the super combo you intend on running in your deck so you don't actually end up playing a worse super combo, even though you're running Paragus. So I guess, read your cards, know your plays, and fluff out.